Did you ever wonder why some stores and businesses manage to stay open even when there aren't many customers? If a business has a complex structure that makes it difficult to figure out who's really benefiting, or if it's located in a prime spot but hardly gets any customers, or if it mainly deals in cash and has irregular buying patterns, or perhaps it deals with intangible things, well, you might be looking at a front for money laundering. You might have even walked past such businesses without realizing it. Especially the ones falling into the last category will raise some eyebrows. Today we'll share with you 12 common types of businesses that are often used for money laundering. Welcome to Top-Tier Success, your ultimate destination for business, investing, and self-development. Our mission is to guide you towards financial freedom and living life on your own terms. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing out on valuable insights that could truly transform your life. 1. Car washes. The character from Breaking Bad knew the deal. They bought A1A car wash to launder their legal earnings. Car washes are ideal for money laundering due to their steady clientele, high cash transactions, and selling various overpriced items. For example, a supplier might claim they sold 100 air fresheners they bought for $1 each at a whopping $15 each. If something is way overpriced but still shows up on accounting sheets as high-value sales, it's a big money laundering red flag. 2. Nail and beauty salons. Service-based businesses like nail and beauty salons have long been used as fronts by criminals. They are tough to monitor because people come and go. Expensive equipment is often missing. And there are sometimes extra facilities like sunbed spots or massage parlors, which can also raise suspicions. 3. Laundromats. The myth is tied to Al Capone, who's said to have used laundromats to clean his ill-gotten gains, hence the term money laundering. It used to be common for mobsters to buy and operate laundromats, often with a secret backroom setup. 4. Candy stores. Have you ever wondered how those candy shops afford to rent space in central London with multiple stories in one building? It seems like there's a ton of money in candy, but the truth is, a lot of it is dirty money. These places have been found to be used for money laundering, and the police even had to seize all the candy as evidence. 5. Strip clubs. The connection between strip clubs and criminal activities is pretty apparent. Some of these places not only operate illegally as brothels, but are also linked to a larger international network of human trafficking. 6. Restaurants. If you've ever wondered why there are restaurants in your neighborhood that seem to stay open, despite rarely having customers and serving subpar food, it's likely because they're involved in some shady business. 7. Churches. Here's a surprise. Churches, because they're not required to file financial documents, can be perfect for money laundering. It's estimated that around 1 in 5 churches engage in money laundering or other financial misconduct. There's even something called the Palermo Convention that specifically addresses this issue and aims to reduce its societal impact. Many televangelists use the church as a means to amass extreme wealth, justifying it as a gift from God. 8. Cash-only parking. If you've noticed cash-only parking lots where you pay by the hour or day, take a closer look at their records. You'll probably find a lot of ghost cars that have been marked as parked without ever being there. Even if there are entrance and exit cameras, they often malfunction when these cars come and go. 9. Flower shops. Ever notice those 24-hour open flower shops? What do they sell at 1 a.m.? Well, these shops are often used as fronts for the sale of drugs or illegal merchandise. Since flowers are perishable, it's easy for them to claim they sold 1 million tulips on Mother's Day without raising suspicion. And if you think non-stop flower shops are odd, wait until you hear about the next one. 10. Local cinemas. Small-town cinemas, the ones that manage to stay open despite low attendance, are sometimes more than they seem. Even after the challenges posed by COVID-19, these rundown spots continue to operate. They can't even justify their electricity bills. But if you dig into their financial records, you'll often find cheap movies from the past miraculously drawing in consistently large crowds, on paper at least. 11. Art galleries. The world of art is a playground for money laundering. Let's say you have a friend who's an artist. You give them $100,000 for a painting, but in reality, they only receive $10,000, and you've allocated the rest for taxes. Then you persuade an appraiser to value the painting at $1 million. You donate the painting to a museum and get $1 million tax deduction for less than $50,000. Welcome to the art world, where the value is often intangible. 12. Cash to crypto to assets. The NFT craze was wild, and crypto tumblers, which had been lurking on the dark web, have been in use for a while. People would mix their crypto from questionable sources with other cryptos to obfuscate the origins. Crypto coins like Monero, which leave no transaction trail, were preferred. Here's how money laundering worked. A person with 100 bitcoins on a hardware wallet swaps it for $3 million in dirty cash. They take the wallet to Dubai, purchase a villa on the Palm using crypto. No questions asked about the source of funds. Hold the villa for a few years and then sell it for clean cash without paying taxes on the transaction. These examples should get your gears turning. Now it's your turn. What businesses in your city seem like fronts for money laundering? Share your thoughts in the comments. And for sticking with us until now, here's your bonus. 16. Banks. Banks, believe it or not, are not immune to these practices. Just a few years ago, authorities seized $1.3 million worth of cocaine on a cargo ship owned and operated by J.P. Morgan Chase, and they're not the only ones involved. HSBC, for instance, provided money laundering services to the tune of over $881 million to various drug cartels, including Mexico's Sinaloa cartel and Colombia's Norte de Valle cartel. In the case of HSBC, they only had to pay a fine of $1.9 billion and promised to reform their ways. The rabbit hole of money laundering is indeed deep, and we could keep exploring this topic for days. Not to mention that many African countries are inadvertently opening their doors to laundering terrorist organization money due to widespread corruption. When you look around, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? We'll be right here tomorrow with more insights. Take care, and thank you for staying with us.